The PWC Network. What the world is watching and listening to.
سبحان فالق الإصباح.
Allahu Akbar!
Ding dong. Hello?
Yes, that's right, infidels. You found us here, channelattitude.com, Hamin Media Group, where you get the most real talk, the best reviews of all your favorite wrestling shows from AEW and WWE, Impact, and more, because we're going to break it all down with the best staff in professional wrestling at HMG. So you don't need to go anywhere else, because there's no 5 stars here. There's only $5 face slaps, infidel.
Allahu Akbar!
So sign up today, channelattitude.com, Hamin Media Group, and join the Hamin Army for the most real talk in professional wrestling. YOLO!
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Here at AEW Rampage on TNT. It is our main event, the Continental Classic. During the break, it's been an all-out war between Bryan Danielson and Daniel Garcia.
And before this match gets too far along, I want to remind fans that tickets for All In at Wembley Stadium are available at livenation.co.uk, ticketmaster.co.uk. The event Sunday, August 25th. Already ticket sales over £3 million. That's over $4 million in U.S. tickets with almost 9 months to go in the show.
Outpacing last year's historic event, Tony.
Tickets are going fast. Still great seats available now. Get your all-in tickets.
Oh, goodness. And look at Garcia.
Look at him go here.
Soaked in sweat, absorbing the kick.
There you go.
Hands.
There you go, Daniel.
Garcia going shot for shot with Danielson.
Don't take it, man. Get your hands up.
Oh, and this is just open hand combat here. He catches.
He got him.
On the jaw.
Woo.
Big time. Big legs. 2 and
Oh, that was close. That is, man, he's disappointed, as you can tell. But he's got to go right back to it, Daddy Magic.
What a match, guys. What a match. I cannot be prouder of Daniel Garcia tonight. Come on, man.
The adrenaline pumping right now, Tony.
Everything about the Continental Classic has been spectacular. Gun southpaw driver, maybe?
Oh,
he's caught.
Powerbomb caught in a triangle choke.
He's caught. He's caught. This
brother.
is bad.
Oh, driving those knuckles in to the eye. That's, look at this. These elbows now driving into the skull of Garcia. Garcia, though, fighting back. He's fighting back, Daddy Magic.
Come on, Danny. This is what you got to do, man.
Oh, look at this. Trying to stack up.
Is this a cover? That was a cover.
And now rolling over that. Maybe a cover. Oh, and Danielson is driving the shots into the tricep.
Danny's got his arms up, though. I don't know if these are connecting here.
Oh, and
good job, Aubrey. Good job, Aubrey.
And we had a scary situation there. Garcia, had he not gotten to the ropes, his arm was stuck in place, Daddy Magic. He might not have been able to respond there.
No question about it, but he got right to the ropes, no doubt.
Yeah, there is no doubt.
He's still in this thing.
And Danielson is just laying wait for him right now, though, guys. I mean, once Garcia gets up, here he comes.
Sitting duck.
Behind you, Daniel. Come on, man.
For the fire of the dragon. Oh!
Great move. He knew it, didn't he?
I don't know, man.
Or did he just face first?
Could this be a tactic? Could this be a tactic here? Does he have him?
Oh. And Garcia's just dead weight.
It wouldn't surprise me, though. There we go!
Yeah.
It's a cradle! 2, 3 points! Just milliseconds away!
Here we go, string them together. Let's go, Danny!
Double leg takedown, look at for the Dragon Tamer!
Sit in!
Can he get all the way back?
The neck, the punishment, guys, over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, but you can still sit back, neck pain or not.
Everybody's got something hurt at this point in the tournament, right?
Oh, and he's sinking deeper. And there it is!
God! Hook it!
Danielson reaching back!
Don't get caught with the head. He's been caught a couple times like this.
Oh, my goodness.
We've been working on it.
There he got caught.
No.
Look at this. Garcia, though, smartly rolling out, rolling through. Has Danielson. Yes! Plants the dragon. Cover. 2 and 4.
Wow, what an ass-kicking match we got in front of us.
What a main event! It's Friday night in Montreal, boys!
Garcia staring down 3 points straight in the eyes. Trying to get a huge win, a career-defining win that will put him right in the thick of things here in this block, in the blue block.
I'll tell you what, we're never going to forget this inaugural tournament in AEW. This Continental Classic has been spectacular.
Gonna get his high kick day.
Oh! And Ring of Honor fans, that is what they used to chant for Danielson during his title reign.
Give it to him, Danny. Give it to him.
And look at this.
Right in the eye. He's going after the eye.
And what better tribute than defeating, than slaying the dragon? Oh, goodness.
Aubrey trying to get him off.
Relenting.
A little bit more out of the Danielson playbook.
This crowd is not liking it, guys.
Going to that orbital socket. I don't blame him, Tony. It's, maybe a little unethical, but the stakes are so high.
Sure they are. You are righty, and they...
What are we doing, Danny?
He might...
Oh, boy. We avoided it all night. It's all right. Let's go. Oh! Come on!
The Psycho knee!
No! And Danielson!
Oh, no. Is he out?
Oh, and he's fading. Garcia is fading.
Aubrey might want to stop this.
As Danielson, that hammer-locked arm, scooting.
We tried to avoid the dancing all night, guys.
Oh, goodness. Just trapping.
Say it ain't so.
Oh, Garcia, those crosses.
Come on.
Right crosses. Garcia.
Get your arm up, Danny.
With everything.
Get it up, there you go.
God. Everything he's got right now, Daddy Magic. Nowhere to go.
Come on, Danny.
Foul lock is in.
Don't.
Oh, come on.
Don't give it up, man.
Wow.
He's not moving.
Wow.
Those hips are swinging out, Tony.
Holy smokes, Ian. This kid is fighting it off.
He let go of the hold. To your point, if he doesn't feel it's
15
working.
minutes gone by, 5 remain.
And look at this, looking to submit Garcia here.
We got 5 minutes remaining in this contest.
We do, but I don't know that Garcia's got 5 minutes left in him here tonight.
Yeah, remember, a time limit draw, 20-minute time limit draw, 1 point for each.
Up there we go.
Come on. It's over.
Oh! You gotta be kidding me.
Wow.
Here is your winner, the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson.
He was so close.
Unbelievable victory. Garcia was milliseconds away.
He had Danielson right where he wanted him. And he had to do it. He just had to dance.
The striking, Tony, there was opportunities where Garcia looked almost infallible. But it was Bryan Danielson, one of the great all-time. Oh, jeez.
And now, less than 24 hours, Danielson must climb back in the ring and take on Andrade El Idolo.
And tomorrow on Collision, Tony, it will be Claudio Castagnoli versus Eddie Kingston, a feud, a rivalry dating back 20-plus years in the Blue League. And that man right there, Bryan Danielson, he takes on another great wrestler, Andrade El Idolo, also in the Continental Classic Blue League. But here tonight, Bryan Danielson picks up another victory. For Tony Schiavone, for Daddy Magic, I'm Ian Riccaboni. Happy wrestling, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow night right here on TNT for AEW Collision.
It's Friday. You know what that means. A new era of professional wrestling starts right now with I'm Homeboy Shivani, and now the PWC, the Pro Wrestling Coalition, is on the air for the most exciting 2 hours of professional wrestling podcasting in the world. We're gonna put butts in seats and ears to the streets. And now, here are your hosts, Jimmy T and Christopher Ambs.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the HMG Rampage Uncaged show. I am your host, Jimmy T, and my co-host, he is the birthday boy right here at Hamin Media Group and the PWC. I'm not even going to introduce him, but I will say this. Happy birthday, my friend, and what's cracking?
Thanks, Jimmy. Thank you, Jimmy. Yes, it's my birthday. That's happy birthday to me. Who is me? Well, that's Chris Ambvs, like Lambs with no L, or bullshit first thing in the morning. Don't worry if you ever forget how to spell my last name. I'll just remind you at the beginning of every podcast I do, including when I podcast on my birthday. Yes, happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday to you, man. And also, it is Todd Brantley's birthday too, actually, the Comic King. I don't think he's here yet, but if he's listening, happy birthday, bud. So yeah, you guys share the same birthday, dude.
Cool. Also, You know who else's birthday it is today? It is the birthday of John Enright's son. So happy birthday to that kid too. He's 18, and he's just starting his adult life. And good for you, young man.
Oh, well, Todd, he says his birthday is tomorrow, but, you know, I'm in the future, Todd, so it came up as your birthday today for me. So happy birthday anyway, dude. So if we don't say it tomorrow, but still, man, happy birthday once again. Happy birthday to you, Chris, and happy birthday to John Enright's kid, Jacob, who turned 18. Do not call him Jake, Chris.
Because he
doesn't like it.
Cumpleaños all around.
Yeah. Kronia Pola in Greek for everybody else. So, yeah. Anyway, we're not here to talk birthdays, even though there's a fair few of them. Dude, is there any news we need to touch on? That you know of, anyway?
Charlotte Flair injured herself on SmackDown.
She did?
Yeah, she botched a fucking moonsault and injured herself.
Yeah, well, what did she do? Do you know?
I don't know, but she had to be removed during the commercial break.
Wow. Oh, that's fucked up. I know Punk was also on SmackDown. I haven't watched SmackDown yet. I'd rather watch it right before I do Smack Attack, because if I watch it now, I'm going to end up forgetting shit, and then watching Rampage, you know, I don't like doing the back-to-back thing, so I'll watch it later on. But, look at Todd. He also says in the chat, FYI, I share the same birthday with Kurt Angle. Oh, it's true. It's damn true. You should have said, Todd, but still. Anyway, we've also got Javi Uchia in the chat. What's up, my brother? And also Labrat. Howdy. What are they testing today on you, Labrat? Let's see. Or what are you testing, shall I say? But he also says you get a birthday, you get a birthday. Everyone get a birthday. Yep. Just like in AEW, everyone gets a belt. Everyone gets a birthday here at HMG. But, yeah, there was something I did want to bring up. There's an interesting Jay Uso interview online, which, would you believe, I know he's going to sound stupid, but guess who his favorite wrestler is, dude?
Who's his favorite wrestler?
A wild guess.
CM
The Miz. No, The Miz. He likes CM Punk, though, but can you believe The Miz is his favorite wrestler?
I mean, listen, it's hard to argue with The Miz. The Miz he's been an active wrestler for basically this whole time. He almost never gets injured. He's there basically every week. You want him to go, and listen, he's able to do literally everything. You want him to have a losing streak, he'll have a losing streak. It'll still be over. You want him to be Intercontinental Champion, he'll be Intercontinental Champion, and he'll get that belt over. You want him to be your World Champion and headline WrestleMania? He's done that too. The Miz, he's done everything you could possibly ask him to do.
No, you're right, absolutely. As a matter of fact, man, he's your Mr. Fix-It. Whenever you need someone to carry a title for a while because, you know, there's no one else, you know, just say for injuries and whatnot, he's your man. And if anything, you know, he's gotten his flowers for once, you know what I mean, these last couple of years. When, you know what, dude, I couldn't stand him, bro. I used to hate his guts. I used to think he was the shittest thing in pro wrestling. But now, you know, he's he's gotten my respect, dude, and I actually don't mind him.
Well, longevity is a key component, I think, to greatness. You know, this is a conversation that we've had before about who the greatest is at this, that, or the other thing, right? And to me, it doesn't just come down to who was their best at their peak, because someone's peak can be absolutely monumental, but can flame out real quick, right? You know, Mike Tyson gets a lot of love when people start asking about the greatest heavyweights of all time. And I think that you could make the argument that Mike Tyson at 22 years old might have beaten anybody, right? He might have been more physically capable than literally everyone he was ever in a ring with. But because his reign was so short, and then everything else afterwards was just kind of okay, right? Like, everything after his loss to Buster Douglas was pretty middling. I mean, look at his record after that. You know, it's 2 losses to Holyfield. It's a loss to Lennox Lewis. It's a loss to...
That killed his career, really.
Kevin McBride. It's a loss to, you know what I mean? Like, he stopped being relevant quick after his peak. Whereas a guy like, you know, you can say Muhammad Ali, he was at the top of the sport for a decade plus.
Even after he got out of jail, dude.
Right. That's what I mean. Even after he got out of jail, his peak was gone. That was the end of peak Mike Tyson. You know, Joe Louis defended the heavyweight championship 25 times successfully before he finally, you know, lost that title. So, man, like, if you ask me, Mike Tyson might be one of the most talented, but you can't really put him in the conversation as the greatest, because longevity is a key component to greatness, in my opinion. So, likewise with The Miz, he's been there the whole time. He's never injured. He's always there. He's always knocking whatever you got for him out of the park. He has a legitimate, you know, argument to make about being one of the greatest of his generation.
No doubt about it, man. And just one thing about Tyson, do you think he was overrated, dude?
No.
Okay.
I've always said that you can only fight who's in front of you, right?
Right.
People used to have these arguments about, well, who did Joe Louis ever beat? Well, first of all, go take a look at Joe Louis's record. He beat some fucking killers, okay?
Yeah.
But he also beat a bunch of guys who probably shouldn't have been in the ring with him. But you can only beat who's in front of you if you're a fighter, right? You can't make another fighter great, right?
No, absolutely not.
So it's the same thing with Rocky Marciano, right? The argument is always, well, he only beat over-the-hill guys and people who... Yeah, that's true. But there was nobody else for Rocky to fight. He couldn't create a heavyweight... You know, he couldn't create a heavyweight to become a killer. Likewise with Mike Tyson, when he was in his peak, you know, that 20 to like 23 years, he was annihilating the best in the world, okay? And look, Frank Bruno, Razor Ruddock, these are guys who maybe you can say they're not all-time greats, but those were really good fighters. And those were the best guys that Mike Tyson could possibly fight at the time. He didn't duck anybody. You know, people used to say, oh, well, you know, what about Holyfield? By the time Holyfield was really making a name for himself, Mike was already in prison. And then when he got out, he did set up a match with Holyfield. He did eventually set up the fight with Lewis. I think that Mike Tyson is legitimately one of the greatest, like, he's legitimately one of the most talented fighters of all time, but I don't think he belongs on your list of greatest heavyweights of all time. For exactly that reason. I wouldn't rank him as having one of the greatest careers, although in one-to-one matchups, I'd put him up against just about anybody when he was 20 to 23 and Cus D'Amato was in his quarter.
That's really, well, you just said it. When Cus D'Amato died, was he ever the same? I don't think he was, dude.
No, because he lost the guy who could snap him out of things, right? Like if Mike was gonna go party with the bitches, right?
Yeah.
Cus would grab him by his fucking ear and be like, "You're not fucking doing that," right,
dude?
But when Cus died, who did Mike have in his corner? Really, the only guy who was really guiding his career at that point was Don King, And Don King
And
is
he
not
fucked him up.
exactly, yeah,
No,
he's not
yeah.
exactly an arbiter for all things good and wholesome.
Yeah, no, he's a piece of shit, really. Let's be real there, Chris. I mean, he really is a piece of shit of a human.
Garbage person.
Garbage person. But anyway, the chat actually has got a few questions. Labrat says, looks like WWE may be able to use Yeet again. Yeet? That's good. I don't know if you heard about that, Chris. Did you hear about the Yeet
There was some independent
situation?
wrestler who was using it already. Good. I hope he got paid. I hope he got well paid for it.
Yeah, but that's so... Oh, yeah, Robin Givens, too, for sure. When he was married to Robin Givens, she was a piece of shit, too, straight up.
Just the worst.
She exploited him so fucking bad, bro.
That woman never loved Mike Tyson.
Nah. Hell no. She treated him like a baby, bro. Like, legit. Like a peasant, even. Just didn't give a fuck about him whatsoever. She was just there for the clout. You know what I mean?
Don't get me started on Mike Tyson's career post.
I know.
Cuss,
I know.
man.
That's true. Yeah, it's fucked up. Also, Todd wants to know, though, thoughts on Matt Cardona's tweet about how promoters should always have water for the boys and how they should quit the business if they don't do that. I agree 100%.
Yeah,
if you don't have water for the fucking boys, really? Water.
Come on, man.
You're a cheap
man.
fucking piece of shit, straight up.
Listen, I drink Aquafina, right? I drink the fancy shit, the Aquafina.
Right.
A case of
Fiji
Aquafina.
water, bro?
No, not Fiji. No, fuck that. Aquafina for me. Aquafina and Dasani. I like both of those. But like a case of Aquafina waters, like a whole case, right? 24 of them, right? You get 24 in a case of Aquafina is like $12. You can get the cheap shit from fucking Safeway. You can get 24 bottles for like $5. Man, if you can't have like 3 cases of water at your show, you should probably get the fuck out of the business. That's
100%.
bullshit.
Yeah, that is straight up bullshit, man. I mean, who the fuck does that? I don't know what possessed him to say that. Obviously, he had a bad experience or whatnot. But yeah, man, you don't do that to the boys. If you got money to fucking get all whatever wrestler you want, fucking, you should have money to at least even feed them, bro. I mean, shit.
Take care of the fucking talent, man. That's ridiculous. Like, you don't need to kiss everybody's ass. It doesn't need to be a fucking, it doesn't need to be a smorgasbord backstage. But like
smorgasbord.
But have some fucking waters backstage. That's crazy that people don't. When I saw that tweet, I was like, man, my imagination isn't good enough. Because when people say promoters are cheap, like, I never pictured no water at the fucking show.
Can you imagine that?
Wow.
Especially in the summer, right? Like when it's fucking, I'm sure it'd be 100 degrees Celsius in there, not fucking Fahrenheit. And I'm using that term lightly, obviously. It's not going to be 100 degrees, but shit, probably close in some dingy fucking, gym somewhere or high school gym and not have water. Get the fuck out of here, man.
I have water for the boys. That's nuts.
Yeah.
The other thing, speaking of tweets and everything, and we were talking about Jey Uso earlier, the other thing that he said that I found really, really interesting was that, he's up for doing business with CM Punk. He's glad he's back.
He likes him. Yeah, he said it. He likes him. He actually thinks he's a cool dude, man. And shit, he even doesn't mind him if he comes to his house.
That's sweet, man. And listen, if I'm CM Punk right now, and I want to have any kind of longevity, if I really want to stick it to AEW, I'm calling up Jay and being like, hey, Jay, are you serious about me coming over for dinner? Because I'll come over, man.
Yeah, man.
And go over to Jay's house for dinner. That's fucking great.
Sure. Absolutely. But Jay's one of those guys, though, man. I think everybody likes the guy. I'm talking about both twins now, Jimmy and Jay.
Yeah.
They just seem like cool cats, man. Like,
I think Highway Patrol doesn't like him very much, but yeah, I think
that's a different story. Fuck, man. Look, Samoans and Islanders in general love their alcohol, bro.
And it's funny, you know what's funny about Polynesians is like a solid half of those fucking people are Mormons, right?
Yeah, no, they are. All the Polynesians I know are all Mormons, bro. All of them.
And they still drink like Germans. And it's like, what the fuck is going on, guys? You all forget about the word of wisdom? I can remind you.
Dude, they're religious people too. I mean, growing up, because I grew up with a lot of Samoans, like I've always said. I've said this billions of times. But I used to go to church with them, dude, with their families. Like, I'd go to church literally with them and just, you know, just to be there for support and whatnot, right? Because they'll be like, yo, come down, come to the church. And, man, they'll be on their best behavior in front of their parents because they were shit scared of their parents, bro. I'm telling you.
Well, you know what I mean? But Polynesians beat their children.
Yeah. So I hate to say that, but most of them will tell you that themselves, man.
Yeah.
And when I say beat,
we're not telling stories. We're not telling stories. Like, ask a Polynesian. They beat their kids.
And that seems worldwide, man. You know what I mean? No matter where they're from, they all fucking... Dude, I've heard some stories, man. Like I've said to you off the camera too, man. But yeah, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. I feel bad for them, but that's why they're killers too. They're the nicest people, man. But man, I would hate to be like their enemy, bro. But they do some... You know what's weird, man? And I'm going to drop it after I say this. But when there's a lot of cases here, man, that I've read in general, when they get drunk, dude, they end up doing silly shit, right? And fucking... There's times where they've, you know, I've heard a lot of cases where they end up hitting their spouses and maybe they end up killing them, right? But they automatically regret it though. Like, as in they're crying, sobbing, you know, what do they do? But that's what I mean. I don't know what it is about Polynesians and alcohol, but they just don't mix well, man. And I don't know why they drink when they do, man, because it's like, it's fucked up.
No, I hear you, man. I hear you. And you know, like, before we drop it and move on, I'm going to tell you a story about, like, just an absolutely amazing, I think, pivotal moment in my life, actually. And it's when I was on my mission in LA. And I was on splits where I was with my zone leader or whatever, right? And my companion was with the other zone leader. And the car broke down. And we were in the neighborhood. We were in West Covina. And I look at Elder loosely, and I'm like, dude, what are we gonna do? And he goes, oh, no worries. There's a member's house up there. We'll walk up the hill. We'll go to the member's house, and we'll just wait on the car repair or whatever, right?
Right.
So we go up to this family's house. We knock on the door, and it's a smallish house, right? About 3, maybe 4 bedrooms, but like cramped 4 bedrooms. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say 4 bedrooms is usually a decent sized house, man.
Right. No, but it was like a 4-bedroom house where, like, you know, like it's 100 years old, right? So it's
okay.
You know,
so yeah.
So anyway, it's a 4-bedroom house, and it's a Samoan family. And when I say a Samoan family, I mean there's an older brother who's like in charge. He's the boss. It's his house, right? And then there's a bunch of little brothers and sisters running around. There's cousins and stuff.
Yeah.
We walked in there. I said, it's a 4-bedroom house. I bet you I saw 15 people in there just running in and out of the house. And this was not a special day. It wasn't fucking Thanksgiving. They're just running in and out of the fucking house. And, oh, hi, Elda. And then fuck off.
Yeah, that's what they say. They say that, bro, like straight up.
Right. And I loved watching this. And then at the end of the day, like as it was getting dark, right? It's 8:00, and David, the big brother, he yells, and he's like, "All right, everybody, come here now," right? And I said about 15 to 20 people were there. There was probably closer to 30 fucking people.
Yeah.
And they all come into the living room, every single one of them, right? There's kids and there's all kinds of people. There's all kinds of these people, and they all gather around in their living room, and they all take out this hymn book. Right? And they start singing like
and that's why they're good singers, bro. Church, bro.
Oh my God, man.
They're all fucking great singers, dude. All of them.
But
seriously.
these people, they just seem so fucking wild. And I don't mean wild.
Oh no, it's crazy. I know what you're saying. Not wild as in the jungles and shit.
No, I mean their fucking souls are just not confined to what other people think they should be doing, right?
Right.
They have this wonderful, wild spirit about them. And then at the end of the day, they all come together, and no matter who you are, you know what I mean? I saw some of those fucking family members were for sure gangbangers, right?
Oh,
they were there singing hymns and
involved,
saying prayers. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That moment, honestly, like sitting there and like listening to this whole family, this whole extended family, like singing a hymn, like even now, Jimmy, even now, like not really being a believer anymore, it gives me chills thinking about it. That was like a pivotal moment in my life, something that'll last with me forever. So shout outs to all those Pollies out there. I for one think you guys are fucking awesome.
They're some of the best people ever, dude. Like I said, if you're enemies of them, stay away. But man, when they're down with you, bro, they're down with you for good, bro. Like, as in, they've got your back. They'll do anything to fucking protect you. You know what I'm saying? And that's very unique. You know, I've never met a Samoan particularly that's not like that, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There really isn't like that. But they all can fucking sing, bro. And that's because of church.
And I've never, it's an interesting thing. I've never met a ratty Samoan. Never.
Right. No.
Like, never.
When you say ratty, you're talking about in look?
No, I've never met a Samoan who will just straight up go tell on you.
Oh, no. Fuck no. They're loyal as fuck, bro. And if you tell on them, they'll kill you, dude, practically. Like,
I'm telling you.
You know what I mean? Like,
I'm telling you.
No, they're not. They're loyal. They're the most loyal people, man. Like, for real. They're just, and they're all the same, no matter where they're from. Like, they've all got the same personality. They're happy people usually too, man. Happy.
Bro, it's
and
a really good thing that I didn't serve my mission in Polynesia, because I would have just straight up got married. Like, I would have just straight up got married. You know what I'm saying? But if you're at all familiar with like Mormon culture, like, no joke, I had like 6 or 7 different mums on my mission be like, oh, you know, maybe you could come back when you're done and marry my daughter. Like, that's a normal thing. That's a normal thing. Man, if I would have been in Samoa and I would have heard that 6 or 7 times, I would have just straight up got married. I love
some of the
Samoan
girls are
people.
nice, dude. Don't get me wrong. Like, the perception is a lot of them are fat and whatnot, right? But you know what, man? There's some, on rare occasions, because look, there's not heaps of them are like hot. Like, I'm talking about the girls wise. But when they are hot, they're fucking stunning, bro. You know what I mean?
No joke.
100%, man. The only ones I was always iffy about are Tongans, bro. Even though they're Mormons too, but they're nutcases. Legit nuts. Nutcases, bro.
Yeah. Samoans seem to have like the softer side of Polynesia for some fucking
It's weird,
reason.
bro. It's fucking weird because Tongans, man, don't get me started. But anyway, like I said, one more thing about those Samoans, man. It's funny because you mentioned how they're gangbangers a lot, and that's true, bro. They're all fucking gangbangers, but it's the weirdest thing, bro. They're all gangbangers, but they all know how to sing, and family and church is very important to them, man. Like, all the way through. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, like Labrat said, very involved in the church. Hence why in America they moved to the West Coast, especially Utah and California, because of the Mormon church. It's particularly in Utah, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's a little history lesson about the Samoan culture. But anyway, we're here to talk AEW Rampage. I know we try to sort of. I know. Unfortunately, we do, and I know, like, we try to refrain from talking Rampage, so we talk about everything but Rampage, but until the very end. But let's talk about Rampage, shall we, Chris? Because we start off with Orange Cassidy and Angelico. It was kind of annoying me when Riccoboni was calling Angelico Angelico. And I don't know, it was just irking me. It's like, dude, just say it right. You can hear Schiavone saying Angelico, not Angelico. But this guy continues to say Angelico for whatever reason. It was irking
If Tony
me out.
Schiavone's pronunciation is better than yours, stop.
Yeah,
there's something wrong.
Exactly. There's something wrong, man. Because the cool thing about Schiavone, though, you can tell he's gone out of his way to learn shit again in today's pro wrestling. Even in terms, he surprises me by how he knows all of today's moves, per se. Right? And he goes, yeah, that's because Excalibur taught me. When someone pointed that out, and I started laughing. And he probably did. But, Todd with the comments saying, wait, AEW Rampage is still a thing? And if so, why? Well, I don't know
Basically,
why.
just to keep
Todd?
our podcast going, Todd.
Yeah.
There's no other reason for AEW to continue airing Rampage.
And the thing that confuses me about Rampage, sometimes they decide to put a pretty decent card, right? Like, pretty strong. And then other times it's worse than dark, it feels like, right? But lately, I feel like they're trying. At least we had a fucking, was it a blue group match for the main event in Danielson and Garcia, but we'll get to that when we do. But yeah, I was talking about the first match between Cassidy and Angelico with Danhausen being in the corner of Cassidy. And obviously Cassidy was going to win, but I felt like, did this match go for a little too long? I mean, Angelico hasn't even been around for God knows how long, yet he gave Cassidy a pretty competitive match. And I'm only saying, like, why it was competitive is because of the way they booked Cassidy so strong. You would have thought this would have been a squash match.
Yeah, or at least a quick match, right? 6-7 minutes. You can get a lot of work done in 6 or 7 minutes if you're a good worker. And here's my problem with every single match being competitive. If you watch the UFC, right, or you watch boxing, or you watch whatever, any kind of combat sport, there are levels to the game, right?
Absolutely.
Like, this guy is a really good club fighter. He's about to get his ass kicked if he steps up.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if Conor McGregor, right, even now, kind of sort of washed a little bit, Conor McGregor, got in the cage tomorrow against the 150th ranked lightweight, Conor McGregor would eat that motherfucker's lunch.
Right? He should.
No, he would.
Right.
If he's fighting a guy who's just good, Conor McGregor is still a great fighter. He still has talents that'll get him out of the fucking problems, right? He still has the kind of punching power and speed, the kind of timing. Conor McGregor actually has a lot going for him in terms of being a fighter, right? But there's levels to the game. Likewise, you know, if you're going to have a promotion like AEW and you're going to underline how lifelike it's going to be, and we're going to have wins and losses are going to matter and all this other fucking blah fucking blah we heard, right? And it was supposed to be a more like dialed in ring type of thing, right? That's good. That's a good thing. I like that. But that's not what we have. Not if every single match is a 20-minute barn burner, right?
No. Right.
The only time you get a squash match is when TK forgets what to do with a big guy he has. That's it. That's the only time you have a squash match, right? Wardlow's back. What the fuck? What are we doing with Ward? I don't know. Just put him against some local talent and have him squash him for 6 months, right? That's the only time we get quick matches. But in a situation like this, right, if you want to convince the average fan that a guy is really good, you have him go over quick, right?
Absolutely.
Have him squash a motherfucker, right? And
sure.
it doesn't have to be, you don't have to make it so that Orange Cassidy looks like fucking Terminator, nothing like that. Just have him win with his speed, right? He's too fast, he's too skilled, he easily beats Angelico, end of fucking story. Because do you know why Mike Tyson sold $100,000 million in pay-per-views?
Right. Because he
was knocking motherfuckers out in the first round. Michael Spinks, see you fucking later. Right?
Yeah.
Ronda Rousey became a huge pay-per-view attraction for doing what? Finishing people with the fucking armbar. She finished people with that fucking armbar within a minute. Right? People want to see dominant champions
especially
go out
in
there
Strikeforce,
and dominate.
by the way. Right. Yeah, no, for sure. No,
but
you're 100%.
If you're trying to book Orange Cassidy and you want him to become a big deal, you can have him have 20-minute matches against John Moxley. That's fine. That's fine, right?
Absolutely.
And they should be competitive because those two guys are on a certain level. But don't have a 20-minute fucking barn burner with Angelico. Now, I like Angelico, and I don't like Orange Cassidy. So me saying, like, you know, let's get fucking Angelico more time, you know, like, let's get Angelico less time and let's book Orange Cassidy stronger is just on the principle of the thing, Jimmy. It's purely on the principle of this would make more sense and it would do better business.
100% it's the principle, and that's what I'm saying. Just based off principle, not that we want Orange Cassidy to fucking burn through everybody. We're just saying, by the way he's booked, he should have burnt through Angelico. Heck, Chris, I didn't even know Angelico still has even a job with AEW.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I said, the only thing that Angelico, that if I was booking, the only thing I would use Angelico for is, like I said, I would do that thing where for weeks I would do this, like, you know, heavy African drum beat in the back, right? And have there be like a voiceover of like, you know, Africa's true champion is coming to AEW, right? And you have all the black guys in the back, like getting together and being like, man, who's this guy who's coming from Africa? This is going to be great. Yeah, we've got this African champion's coming, and just get the hype like real fucking up for this African champion who's coming in to represent Africa. And then it's fucking Angelico. That would be fucking awesome. You can't tell me that segment wouldn't do fucking popcorn, man. I love that. I want to see it.
Well, there was Hakeem, the African Dream, except he was white.
yeah, that's nonsense, though.
You know what I mean? And plus, that was, what's it called? One Man Gang playing Hakeem. But anyway.
He wasn't even African.
Yeah, he wasn't even African. He was American, actually. Todd says, took the words right out of my mouth, Jimmy. Wow. There you go. Anyway, so yeah, Orange Cassidy does win via the Orange Punch on Angelico for the pinfall win. We did get a whole lot of shenanigans between Serpentico and Danhausen outside of the ring. You know what, dude? For a moment, I thought Serpentico was Bandito because they got similar sort of look, dude, with the masks.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it wasn't. It was Serpentico. I hate that name, dude, because it reminds me of like Serpentalones.
It honestly, it confuses me because I know it's meant to be, you know, he's a serpent, right?
Yeah.
But
a serpent. Does he look like one?
But I keep thinking it's Sir Pentico, like he's going to come out with a fucking sword, you know, and like a knight helmet, right? He's right. Sir Pentico.
Pentico, right.
Yeah.
Well, that's the way they say it. It's like, yeah, like Sir, like S-A-I-R, Pentico, right? But whatever, it's Sir, like is in S-E-R, like a serpent.
Right. See, but, that's another
whatever,
stupid
name.
Another stupid little thing that you could run in AEW that would be entertaining, right? You have an Edge and Christian type tag team, right? And they're like, oh, Sir Pentico. Hello, Sir Pentico. Do you know what I mean? Like, react to him like his name is Sir Pentico, right? Like, that's stupid little shit that could be entertaining on these fucking shows. Do you know what I mean? But
can you imagine that? Attention! You know what I mean? Like, and he's got like a full-blown Mexican accent, you know what I mean? Like, oh, God. See, you can thank us later, Tony. See, we can even come up with stupid comedy for you, dude. Jesus.
Just have him speak in like the worst like English accent from a Mexican.
Worse awesome. Than Andrade.
Just awesome. I want to hear it.
He's like, hello. I can't even do it justice because I can actually speak English, but you know what I mean.
Good day, mate.
Anyway, yeah, there you go. There's fucked up English for you. But anyway, as we said, Cassidy defeats Angelico, and it was an AEW International Championship match for whatever reason. I have no idea, because anybody and anyone gets a shot. Doesn't matter where you are in the, on the ladder. But whatever, I guess.
We're going to have rankings, and wins and losses are going to matter. Thanks, Tony.
Yeah. Well, speaking of wins and losses, we do get what possibly is the match of the night for me, believe it or not, between Abaddon and Trish Adora. Now, I want to just point one thing out. Did you notice, what's her name? Abaddon's win-loss record, dude?
No.
Bro, before this match, she was 43-4.
Wow.
43-4, but yet she's nowhere to be seen. Doesn't get a title shot.
I've seen 7 of those matches, and 4 of them have been her losses. So,
wow, there you go. That's funny. So, I mean, I feel like they're starting to push her again now suddenly for whatever reason, Chris. I don't know what the future holds, but I'll say this. She's not a bad worker, dude.
Yeah, it depends, man. I don't love the spooky nonsense in general.
That's fucking trash, dude. Right.
But there's so many other spooky nonsense workers already. I don't need Abaddon. We already have a Julia Hart. I don't need an uglier version of Julia Hart.
she's something else without the makeup too, bro.
I've seen.
Yeah, she's. I mean, she's. Anyway, I won't even go there. But anyway, Abaddon defeats Trish Adora, but these two were going kind of pretty hard. I felt like, look, it's not the first time I've seen Trish before. I've seen her in Ring of Honor on numerous occasions and a couple times in AEW. But she's, I like her style, bro. You know what I mean?
She's
like,
no nonsense. They talked about her being a military vet. And,
yep.
It seemed like, okay, if you want to knock me down, you better knock me the fuck down.
And that's what this match felt like, dude. It felt like these two women were going pretty hard on each other, bro.
Yeah.
So I kind of found that interesting. But nevertheless, Abaddon does defeat Trish Adora. But I feel like there seems to be a future with Trish. Now, I don't know if she's signed to AEW on the proper or not, but the commentators were saying that she's staying at the New Japan dojo and whatnot, and they're training her over there. So I don't know if she's signed or not. But yeah, I mean, they should. I think she's pretty good. I don't know how good she is when she talks, but in terms of in-ring, I kind of like her and find her entertaining.
Yeah, listen, I don't know if somewhere along the lines people forgot this. You need to know how to be a wrestler first. Like,
right.
If you can talk and you've got good charisma and everything, and you want to become a professional wrestler, you've got a leg up for sure. No doubt. Like, no doubt, right? But if all you can do is talk and you refuse to get better in the in-ring stuff and you're just shit in the ring, constantly garbage, just fucking up every single thing that you do in the ring, kind of like 90% of the AEW women's division,
yeah,
you're doing it wrong. You're really, really doing it wrong. Learn how to do shit safe. Even do simple stuff safe. Listen, if you're that person, right? If you've got a shit ton of natural charisma, right? But you're just not that good athletically, and you're just not an athlete, right? That's fine. Hulk Hogan sucked, man. Okay? Hulk Hogan got by. No, listen, don't tell me about what he did in Japan. I don't give a fuck.
Well, if you watch that match, and see
I don't give a fuck what he did in Japan. Okay.
Right.
Hulk Hogan got through his whole career by throwing punches, shaking his head, and hulking up. That's it. Learn how to do a few things and do them safely, and you can become a good worker if you've got the charisma. But if you're a shit athlete and you can't talk, stop doing fucking backflips in the ring on TV. You look ridiculous.
Well, yeah, and also Hogan has mentioned, I know everyone calls him a liar, but I believe him on this one. In America, people didn't want to see him work the way he was working in Japan.
They didn't.
Right. People wanted to see him hulk up, you know what I mean? And
they wanted to see a dominant champion beat the fuck out of the bad guy in 3 minutes.
And he was a dominant champion, but not just a dominant champion, but he was a great babyface. And to me, the greatest heel in wrestling history, in my opinion. Only because when he turned heel, it was never, it was unheard of, Chris. It was a huge thing. I mean, I'll never forget that Bash at the Beach in 96. It was just a big deal. And when he turned heel, he was still the man, bro, in my opinion. I thoroughly enjoyed his heel run as Hollywood Hogan.
I thought he completely revived his career as Hollywood
He did.
Hogan.
He really did. He was
I thought
done
that the yellow and red was pretty much starting to circle the drain. Like
100%.
He was still making money, sure, but it was nowhere near what it was. That heel run completely revived him to the point where he was on top of the wrestling world again for another decade.
And even back then, bro, I used to think to myself, and I was a teenager during those days, I would think, fuck, no way Hogan is still the man right now. Like back in between 96 and 98, right? Because he was the man until The Rock and Austin sort of took off, around the 98 period. And then the rest is history. But still, once he came back to WWE, he was the man again in many ways. And he had another championship run, which I enjoyed, even if it was short and whatnot. But,
Right. You remember that time during his run when Hulk Hogan had that match where it was against Ric Flair, and he set up Ric Flair on the table, and then Hulk Hogan went up to the top of the cage and did a 450 splash through 6 tables on Ric Flair. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, I do. Fondly.
No, you
Dicks.
don't.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Imagine that, bro. Imagine done a leg drop all the way from. Don't worry about the 450. He fucking done the leg drop from the top of the cage all the way to the table on Flair. He'd be like, "That don't work for me, brother."
These fucking kids. Like, I'm sorry, man. I know, like, I get it. It's my birthday. I feel a little old now or whatever. But, like, these fucking kids don't get it. They don't get it, man. I saw a fucking replay today. I was watching. This is what I was watching. I was watching Rampage. They showed a replay of that fucking spot with Dante Martin. And it's just
oh my God. Yeah, during the Ring of Honor show. Crashing through the tables and breaking an ankle. Yeah.
You're an
straight up idiot. And
you deserve to get your fucking ankle broke.
Yeah, and see the way he freaked out. He's straight away, my fucking ankle. I mean, anybody would. Don't get me wrong.
His fucking foot was backwards.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
This is how your leg's supposed to be. It was like that. It was, wow, broken.
Absolutely, dude. Zane Vicious says, "Happy birthday, Ambs."
Thanks, Zane.
Yeah. What's up, Zane? What's cracking? Also, Todd said Hollywood Hogan back then, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it was Hollywood Hogan back then. And he was the man during that time, man. And like you said, rejuvenated his whole career. And he became the guy again, oddly enough.
I think you could argue he rejuvenated wrestling at that time, too. Which
absolutely. NWO, bro. I mean, Hall, Nash, and Hogan, no shit, bro. They were the 3 biggest stars when that NWO thing formed, man. And I was NWO for life. Still am. I still think that shirt, red or black or fucking white or black, doesn't matter, is the best wrestling shirt of all time, in my opinion, dude. You know, it's still in the top 5 number 1 selling shirt on WWE, in WWE, believe it or not. The NWO shirt.
I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. It is iconic.
Crazy, bro. Absolutely. Say what you want about WCW and Bischoff. They came up with the best thing for wrestling at the time. And quite possibly, if that didn't happen, who knows? We might have not had an Attitude Era and whatnot.
Yeah, bro. Like, if that didn't happen, I kind of wonder how many times Doink the Clown would have been world champion.
Oh, my God. Well, what was it called? The New Generation Era? Eesh. I didn't mind it back then when I was young, but now looking back on it, it was fucking pretty bad. You know what I mean? But
I hated that shit at the time, so.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I didn't like it like I did during the 80s, say, for example, but I still watched it. I was still, invested in it, but it was what it was. So anyway, back to, before I go to Rampage, I forgot to mention at the start with the news. I don't know if you heard about the TNA Endeavor deal, Chris, that happened. Yeah, so get this, dude. We might have an invasion angle soon, bro, with TNA. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. People are thinking this, but apparently, well, not apparently, it's official. TNA Wrestling and Endeavor, yes, that's right, I said Endeavor, the parent company of WWE, have made a deal where TNA is going to have a new streaming service, and it's going to be through Endeavor. Now, people are speculating that we could have a TNA invasion. We could see AJ Styles back in TNA Wrestling, possibly. I mean, I don't know how far this shit's going to go. But with Triple H, in the helm and whatnot, could you see a TNA invasion possibly in WWE? Because it seems like they're going in the right direction with some sort of deals. And heck, they even signed up Okada. I don't know if it's a one show deal and whatnot. But hey, it's a big deal for someone like TNA to get Okada on their shows. And I mean, even Will Ospreay is doing shit with TNA. So could we possibly get a TNA invasion in WWE?
No. And the reason why, at least not right now. Not right now. I mean, could they build to something like that? Yeah, sure. Could it be good even? Sure. But here's why they can't do an invasion right now. Okay. I am a wrestling fan. I watch hours of wrestling every week, Jimmy. Okay.
You don't want to have to watch
hours,
TNA.
More hours than I fucking want to watch wrestling every week. Okay. I have no idea who the TNA World Champion is right now. I have no idea who the number 1, number 2, number 3 contenders are. I don't know who the X Division champion is, or if the X Division even still exists.
It still
exists. I have no idea who the tag team champions are. I have no idea who the women's champion is. And I'm a wrestling fan who watches hours of wrestling every week. Why the fuck would I care if those people invaded?
Yeah, I mean, well, I think the last I checked, Chris Sabin, I was going to say Kip Sabian. Chris Sabin was the X Division champion, and Alex Shelley is your world champion. Knockouts champion, I forgot. I should know this one, but I tend to forget. And tag team, I couldn't even tell you. But Josh is in the house, T.N. Kupiner. Hope you guys are doing well. Thank you, bro. I hope you're doing well also, and thanks for joining us.
What up, Josh?
And like Todd said, Alex Shelley is your world champion. I like Alex Shelley, but come on, man.
I love Alex Shelley. Dude,
right.
When Alex Shelley was younger, he was legitimately one of those guys who, like, I would argue with people about how good Alex Shelley was. I'd be like, no, dude, if this guy got a real shot, like, this guy does like a pretty slick catch-can like style. I like Alex Shelley, but he's also super injury prone. He's not interesting to listen to. He's a slightly taller Dean Malenko. It's good in the ring.
Oof. Right. I still think they're different, though. I mean, they're not exactly the same in terms of in-ring. Because the thing about Shelley, he can do your flippy shit and whatnot. And he's a lot older now. So he's working a more slower pace, which he should be. But still, he's not your world champion. He's not world champion material. I don't care what anyone tells me. He just isn't. He's too small, first of all. You know what I mean?
Even when he was younger and I was telling people how good Alex Shelley was, I was thinking, this is a guy who should probably be a European champion at some point.
Absolutely. A mid card championship, no problem. I agree. World champion, nah.
No.
But yeah, interesting times though. I don't know how this shit sort of works. And thank you both, Todd and Josh. It is Trinity who's your knockouts champ. Are we talking about? Oh yeah, Trinity Fatu. Yeah. I forgot. Of course, she's been champion for a long time now. See, I should have known that. Who's your tag team champions over there though? I forgot that. Don't tell me Motor City Machine Guns because they both got fucking singles championships. But anyway,
that'd be great. What's Moose doing? Like,
Moose
that's what I'd be interested
in
seeing. That's what I'd be interested in seeing if they're really going to come together.
He won the Feast of Fire bullshit.
Have a few guys from that company come over to NXT or whatever, or come over to the main roster. Let me see Moose get one real run with a company that matters, please, before I die. Like, please, 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 let me see Moose get one real run in a company that matters. Joe, is it Hendry? The guy who's like...
Yeah, I can't stand that guy, bro.
I love that fucking guy. That guy
Really?
can get that guy should get a run in NXT at least. Should probably get some kind of a run on a main roster. Because he annoys the shit out of you, right, Jimmy?
I can't. It's his head, bro.
That's his fucking job.
Yeah, I don't like him though, dude. I just don't. You're right. That is his job, but he's got such a smirky. The smirk that he does just makes me want to headbutt him, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
You're happy
Like,
when someone else headbutts him. That means he's doing his job.
yeah, but for me, it's go away heat. Like, I just don't like him at all. Like, it's just like, fuck off, get off the TV. He was in AEW/Ring of Honor for a little bit. He was known for Ring of Honor before TNA. But as far as Moose goes, like I said, man, he's just moosing around. He won the briefcase, their version. I think it was Feast or Fight. I can't remember what it was. Yeah, Feast or Fight and whatnot. And Harvey tells us also that Tommy Dreamer, I knew that, but I forgot, is your digital media champion, whatever the fuck that is. Digital media. It's so dumb, bro. Why would you come up with shit like this and think this is going to make you money?
Stop trying to be clever, because TV, it's the TV championship, but TV is passe. TV is, surely that's gone out with saying your prayers and eating your vitamins.
Okay, Vince McMahon.
Yeah, but no, don't just call it digital media championship. That's really fucking gay, Jimmy.
It's very gay. Josh Townsend said Ace Austin and Chris Bay, aka ABC, are your TNA tag team champions. ABC.
Great.
God.
Put those guys.
That cute.
ABC. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Put those guys in NXT. They're fine. They're fine to do flippy shit and have matches.
Ace Austin thinks he's Gambit.
Well, he's not. Gambit is much cooler than Ace Austin.
With his card and his stick and whatnot. But whatever, man. Whatever fucking blows his hair back. But anyway, back to fucking AEW. And, Abaddon defeats Trish Adora. And that was that with that match. And apparently Abaddon was pretty pissed off in the ring after the match. Because when the lights go out and when the lights return, Julia and the TBS title are both gone. And that's it. Whatever. Cool. I guess it's
spooky.
Very spooky. There's a lot of hype videos for fucking Ring of Honor on this show for whatever reason. But we're also going to get an all AEW match in Ring of Honor. And it's a 6-man. And that involves FTR and what's it called? Mark Briscoe against fucking the Blackpool Combat Club. Why?
Tony, if you're listening, I don't care what you put on over there. I'm not watching Ring of Honor.
Right, and that got me half interested. Not because I care, really. It's a half decent match on paper for Ring of Honor, but you're right, Todd. I think it's because Ring of Honor has a pay-per-view coming up. They were showing a lot of shit from last year, so you're probably right. And because AEW. Should it be because Tony Khan at this point? I mean, shit. Because it's more, But whatever, man. Whatever fucking blows their hair back, I guess. I mean, Ring of Honor is just dead to me. But next, we have Takeshita and Powerhouse Hobbs defeating Matt Sydal and the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels. Again, I know this match didn't go for too long, but fuck Todd with the comment of the day. Because Coke. Fair enough. That one I agree with. But
that's the real answer.
And he goes, there, that's better. That's true. But in all seriousness, shouldn't have Powerhouse Hobbs and Takeshita won this a lot sooner, bro?
What should have happened is Matt Sydal should have gotten about 2 minutes of hope spots. And as soon as Christopher Daniels tagged in, and I mean, like, the minute Christopher Daniels tagged in, he should have taken 2 spine busters and a pin.
That's it. Done and dusted, man. But nope, we had, I don't know, maybe, how long did the match go? 6 minutes, maybe?
Yep. This is one of those situations where, we talk about how there's levels, right?
Right.
Christopher Daniels is Ali when he fought Larry Holmes. And Powerhouse Hobbs is 22-year-old Mike Tyson. That's how this should have gone. Imagine that. Think about Ali shaking and stuff before the match and not really able to fucking do anything. And Larry Holmes just carrying him to a decision because he didn't want to hurt Muhammad Ali because that was such a wonderful man. Think about that version of Muhammad Ali telling Mike Tyson to suck a dick before a match when Mike Tyson was 22 years old. That's how this match should have gone. It should have been violent, quick, and devastating. This should have been the announcer should have been going, "Oh my God, could we get somebody out here for Christopher Daniels' sake, please? Somebody needs to stop this match." Christopher Daniels that's what should have happened. That's what should happen in this situation. Instead, we got a competitive 6-minute match. I don't know. I don't know what this fucking company's doing. And I don't understand how they don't fucking get it. I'm not a wrestling guy. I don't have a job in wrestling. I've never had a job in wrestling. I still get what you're supposed to fucking do.
It's bizarre, bro. That's what blows my mind, bro. Legitimately, when I think about it to myself, I think, how do they not fucking get it? Like, when fucking people like us fucking get it. I don't know what to say anymore, dude. It's just weird stuff. The only thing I can come up with is Coke. Honestly,
there's times, Jimmy, where it feels like some of the stupid fucking decisions they make are deliberate. That's how bad they are.
Well, that's the only thing you can come up with that seems fucking logical, right?
Tony Khan is a plant from WWF.
Don't say that. Don't fucking say that.
They hired Tony Khan so that he would create a wrestling company and just make it the absolute shits so that everybody involved in professional wrestling got back to thinking the WWE is the end-all be-all. I'm not kidding when I say that the last 6 months or so of the decisions that Tony Khan has made have legitimately elevated the WWE to being even further ahead than they were.
Absolutely. Even in terms of business, dude, like money and everything, I truly agree with you on that one, man. It's true. It is weird. And that's why I like the fact that AEW exists, because it does make... I mean, WWE always say that fucking AEW is not competition, but it fucking very much is competition. That just won't tell you that. And it's elevated them. For whatever reason, it doesn't elevate AEW. You'd think you'd want to, like, be up against WWE, but it's funny how you said that. You're not one of those conspiracy guys. For a long time, there was people, including Vince Russo, actually, funny enough, that actually thought that AEW is owned by WWE, bro.
Oh, I don't think that... No, because WWE would be trying to make money. They'd be trying to do something to make money. You couldn't pretend to be this stupid.
I mean, it's true. Facts. But you know shit, man. There was a lot of people that really believed that shit, bro. I was laughing at that.
I don't really believe that. Believe that. But there are definitely times where I'm like, man, what other fucking explanation is there? But Todd has already given us the explanation. Cocaine.
Because AEW. Oh, well, yeah. Cocaine. Coke is a hell of a drug, Chris. I mean, shit. But yeah. Well, back to the match, though. In the end, Takeshi and Hobbs win. Basically, Hobbs hit him with the power slam finisher for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Game over. And that's that. But next, we see Renee Paquette is backstage with Top Flight and Action Andretti. Oh, sorry, Mario Andretti. They accept Penta's challenge for a trios match. Can I ask, when did Penta throw out the challenge? I don't recall seeing that.
On another episode of Rampage, I'm pretty sure.
Was it?
Remember when Dean Martin made his triumphant comeback?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that Pentagon came in and was like, Dean,
you
and Frank and the rest of the Rat Pack are gonna wrestle me.
Wasn't that 2 weeks ago, though?
Probably 3 weeks ago. I lose track of time with these fucking nothing feuds.
Yeah, I don't blame you, because it's the same with me, bro. So anyway, we're going to get a trios match. When? I have no idea. Did they even say when?
I don't know if they did or not. Like I said, I lose track with this shit.
Well, fuck that shit anyway, because next we're off to the main event, Chris. It is your Continental Classic Tournament match in the blue end of this tournament. It is Bryan Danielson, the American Dragon, defeating Daniel Garcia, who suddenly now is taking himself more serious and doesn't dance anymore.
Yeah, no, the thing that he was getting over with, you wouldn't want to keep doing that.
What the hell, man? So now he's back to wearing wrestling trunks, dude. No more sports entertainment. I mean, seriously, and they were pointing that out. They were really pointing that out about him wearing trunks and whatnot. Whatever. It is what it is.
How did it work for him tonight?
Well, clearly, he's been a loser. Since he's been trying to take himself more serious, he can't help but lose. Does that make him now out of the tournament?
No, but it means that he can't win because somebody else has 9 points. He can't possibly get 9 points.
So he's out. Essentially, he's really out until the end of all the matches.
Well, he can't win. He's eliminated from winning, but he can still defend his pride and be a spoiler.
Pride. He's a fucking loser, bro. There's no pride in that. I don't give a fuck. He's a fucking loser and he can't even get not one win. Just saying. So yeah, goodbye to Garcia. Look, it was a half decent match. You know, you expect it to be half decent. I felt like Danielson, and I guess this is the story of the match, I feel like Danielson wasn't taking Garcia really serious, even though there was a lot of good back and forth. Garcia can work when he wants to. But am I supposed to take him serious? Look at his head, bro. First of all, he looks like he's still got a baby face, right? I can't take him seriously, dude. If this guy walked up to me, I don't care how good he is, I'd laugh at him. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what Danielson was pretty much doing for most of the match. But look, I guess it was pretty competitive. Danielson wins. But also about Danielson, Chris. What's this about him? Did you hear about Santana, the poor bloke? Now that he just reminded me.
Yep.
You know, for saying what he said on Twitter, and now Danielson finding him, bro. He's become drunk with power now, Chris.
Yeah, he's the actual GM of AEW.
The real shoot GM.
Weird.
What the hell is going on with his company, bro?
They need to be finding some of these fucking people for real. I hope it's real. I really do. I really legitimately hope it's real.
I think
find these fucking people. Do it, fuck. I know everybody's like, oh, poor wrestlers, the poor wrestlers. Fuck those wrestlers, man. If Britt Baker is out here talking shit and making the company she works for look worse, somebody needs to take her in the back and be like, Britt, shut your fucking mouth. Make me a fucking sandwich, go the fuck home, sit the fuck down, and ask yourself, what the fuck are you going to do with your life if you're not on TV? You want to go work on teeth? You want to go work on teeth? No? Then shut the fuck up.
You say, in other words, Chris, cooking some eggs, bitch.
Fuck, man.
No. No, but for real, man, it's funny because all the reports, and it's easy to come up with this conclusion. You didn't have to have any insiders, but you know how dirt sheets are. Apparently, morale is at an all-time low right now in AEW. But it's easy to figure that out. I mean, how many wrestlers are bitching publicly? Right.
And I mean, Britt Baker. Man. Honestly, you know what should happen? So we both watch sports, right?
Right. Absolutely.
I'm guessing we both like trainers or coaches who tell the fucking people that they're training or coaching what the 100%. Fuck is up.
Yeah.
Right? You know, one of the best fucking moments in mixed martial arts history, I think, was that fight between Kamaru Usman and Leon Edwards, right?
Oh, great fight.
Kamaru Usman was just he was just wrestle fucking him for the most part of the fight, right? Just nothing. And Leon wasn't fucking throwing. He wasn't doing anything. He was waiting. Finally, last round, you get the fucking beautiful zoom in, right? On the fucking coach, and he's slapping him in the face. He's like, come on, Rocky, you gotta go. You can't fucking wait around for him. You gotta go get him. Literally like a fucking Rocky movie. And then what does Leon Edwards do? He goes out there,
up, bro.
One fucking kick to the head, wins the title. One of the best moments in the history of MMA. I really believe that. Okay. Similar to the fight with Hearns, right? The first fight with Tommy Hearns and Sugar Ray Robinson, right? Hearns is boxing fucking Sugar Ray's ears off for the first 12 rounds or whatever. And in the 13th round, Sugar Ray's trainer's just like, you have to knock him out. You've been fucking around for 12 rounds. You need to go out there and you need to stop him. You have to do it. That's what you have to do. Believe in yourself and go fucking do it now.
Knock this motherfucker out.
That's right. Knock this motherfucker out. What did he do? He goes and he knocks the motherfucker out.
He knocks the motherfucker out, yeah.
Now listen, I'm a Tommy Hearns guy, so, fuck Sugar Ray. But those moments are awesome, right? And anybody who's in charge backstage in AEW right now needs to be telling the guys, yeah, you know what? We have sucked. We've been fucking around for too long.
Right, be straight out, right.
It's time to get fucking serious now. We're going to work really fucking hard or you're going to fuck off. You, with your fucking bullshit, go back to fucking med school. Go fucking fuck with people's teeth. Fuck off.
Man.
You, with your bullshit about, it's been 6 weeks since I've been booked. Fucking do something to make me book you. Fuck, man.
So you're saying that TK has these imaginary brass rings and no one is actually reaching up to grab?
I'm saying somebody backstage needs to tell these people in AEW, wake up. Wake up, guys.
Yeah, that's
we
true.
have to fucking pull together, and we have to do something different. We have to turn it around. You know, another good example, I was watching a fucking hockey game the other day, right? And the Carolina Hurricanes went down 5-0. And their coach was interviewed on the bench. And the guy asked the coach, I know it's a hard time right now. And their coach, Ron Francis, goes, you know what? We should be losing 50-0 at this point. We have played like absolute fucking dog shit, and we need to get going. It's time to go, guys. Let's go. Let's work. And you know what? They didn't win, but they got back in the fucking game.
Yeah.
They didn't get scored on again. They scored 2 goals. They at least came back. Another good example, hockey again. I was watching the Red Wings beat up on the San Jose Sharks. It was 4-0 in the second period. There was just nothing the fucking Sharks were going to do. They were dead in the fucking water, right? Sharks dead in the water, using that, for effect. Marc-Edouard Vlasic, a defenseman, freaks out on the bench, starts throwing shit, throws sticks on the fucking ice. He's smashing shit. He had a fucking meltdown. He got a misconduct penalty, right? This was after they had gotten scored on for the 4th straight time, right? He gets a misconduct penalty because he's pissed. He's just in a bad fucking mood. Fuck everybody. Fuck my team. Fuck that team. Fuck the referees. Fuck everybody. I'm fucking pissed off. Motherfucker. Do you know what happened? The Sharks won that game 5-4.
No way. Wow. Shit. I guess they didn't want him being pissed off after the game, right?
That was it. That was it. Sometimes you need somebody backstage saying, guys, we are fucking up here. Let's put our fucking boots on and go.
And they've got no leadership, man. Like, they just don't. Like, no one wants to be that guy. I mean, CM Punk tried, and look how that worked out for him. So, you know what I'm saying? But that's on them at the end of the day. So, fuck them, because they just don't learn. But Josh said in the chat, AEW should let Garcia have WCW Alex Wright theme song. I've been saying this for months. I wish they brought back Alex Wright and had him in the corner, and they're the dancing clowns, literally. I mean, it would be funny. I mean, can you take it serious? Probably not, but still, Alex Wright was a fine, good wrestler, man. So, absolutely. And Josh also says, could you imagine Cowboy Bill Watts running AEW? Dude, are you serious? First of all, there wouldn't be no sunny kisses. There wouldn't be like any of that. He'd be like firing everybody. I mean, he was a prick of a man, though. I mean, let's be real. He really was. But they need someone stern like that to absolutely clean up that joint.
I mean, honestly, man, I kind of wish they would just be like, listen, Rip, we need you here for a day. You're the boss for a day, and then we can't give you power past that. You're the boss for a day, Rip. Just come in one day, be the boss for a day. That'd be awesome. That'd be
awesome.
Fucking sweet.
That'd be fucking funny as hell. But anyway, Danielson does defeat Garcia via the LaBelle lock as Garcia passes out to end the match. He doesn't actually tap out because, they're trying to get him over even though he doesn't win. So that means Danielson scores, another 3 points in the tournament. He spits on Garcia and celebrates his win as Rampage goes off the air while Garcia is distraught, holding his head in his hands. So let me get this straight. Danielson now is a heel again.
So Bryan Danielson, the guy who continually comes back early from injuries, he wants to wrestle so bad that he's gonna keep fighting through all the injuries and fuck my shoulder. I don't care. I'm gonna fucking work through it. And my eye socket fucking came out of my fucking head or whatever. Fuck that. I'm coming back 3 weeks later. I guarantee you I'm going to be in this fucking tournament. I guarantee you I'm going to be at AEW All In next year in front of 175,000 screaming fans in London, England. I'm going to do this for wrestling because I love wrestling. He's the bad guy.
He was a good guy last week. Now he's a bad guy this week. He was a good guy 2 weeks before that. Then he was a bad guy 3 weeks before. Bro, I'm lost. I can't keep up with this shit. Since when is he the spitting type too? He just spits on guys now.
Somebody needs to say the exact same fucking shit to Daniel Bryanson that I was just saying about what he should have been saying about what he should have been saying to fucking what's her dick there, the dentist.
Britt Baker.
Britt Baker. Somebody needs to take him backstage and shake him a little. Just shake him a little and be like, Brian, what the fuck are you doing? You were a good guy. You were a bad guy. You were a good guy. You were a bad guy. You continuously come back from injury way quicker than you ought to because you love pro wrestling so much. And that's the story we're telling with you. You do not spit on somebody. You are not a fucking heel. You can't be a heel. You're not going to be a heel. Fucking stop it. Or be a fucking heel and stop fucking telling everybody that you're injured.
I know, because that's not a heel thing to do, right? Anyway, I'm lost, confused. I thought Danielson actually knew pro wrestling, right? And in terms of in-ring, he fucking does. In terms of, like, out the back and just psychology and whatnot, I'm lost with him. Like, really, I don't know what to think. The only thing that popped me about this match was the crowd saying we, instead of yes, which is kind of funny when, you know, because it's in Montreal.
It's in Montreal.
But still, you know what? They weren't doing we chants in WWE, though, this year in Montreal, oddly enough. Oh, well, then again, what am I talking about? There's no Danielson in WWE, but they still do the yes chants at times, you know what I mean? If they like something, so...
But in Montreal, if they're doing the "We're happy" chant, that's not a yes, yes, yes. It's ole, ole, ole.
Yeah,
ole.
Definitely. Ole, ole. Well, Josh says Danielson going to have more turns than Big Show in WWE. Remember that, bro?
Not a joke.
Yeah. I'm telling you, Josh, every second week he's a heel, then a face, then a heel, then a face, and if he's a heel on a pay-per-view, he's a face at the end of the show when they have their press conferences. I don't know what to think, man. But you know what? He should lean in the heel thing, because if he's, you know, throwing out fines, firing motherfuckers like CM Punk, I'd be that snot-nosed heel. You know what I mean? But
that's got potential, but then do it.
But do it. That's right. Just do it. Just like Nike says. But so that was it, Chris. That was Rampage. Now here on Uncaged, we never give a grade, because is there really a point in giving a grade for this show? I mean, how do you grade this show?
Yeah.
Like, how do you grade it? Like, really? Like, you can't. You just can't, dude.
It's the tertiary show of AEW, which is a secondary promotion.
Secondary promotion. You just can't, man, because if we said C, it's like we're lying. You know what I mean? So if I was to give this shit a grade, it'd be based because it's Rampage, right? I'm going by Rampage standards.
You're grading on a curve.
Right, exactly, and which is not fair. So we don't give grades here. But in saying that, Chris, I don't think
don't watch this.
To talk about.
If you haven't watched this, don't go back and watch it.
No, definitely don't go back and watch it. Otherwise, you'll go crazy. Like I said, man, if it wasn't for this fucking show, I wouldn't be watching Rampage. That's for sure, dude. But in saying that, Chris, tell them where they can find you, bro.
Well, you can find me on Twitter. I am at Chris Ambs 1. You can go there to see everything I have to say about pro wrestling, politics, and whatever the hell else comes to my mind. You can find me right here on HMG and channelattitude.com for this show. And also, Sunday morning, 10 o'clock, Central Standard Time. After the collision, we sift through
the wreckage.
The Wreckage with me, Jimmy T, and the BET Vet. Yeah, you can find me there. You can also find me on the PWC Network, where Jimmy and I continue to kick ass.
Absolutely.
Go there to listen to the skirmish, whatever the hell else we got going on. I believe we just had a relatively successful NXT review show. I was listening to some of that. That was fun.
It was funny. I'll put it that way.
It was funny.
But yeah,
a couple of entertaining guys getting their feet wet in the world of pro wrestling podcasting. Funny dudes. I like them. I like them on a personal level. Both good people.
For sure. No, definitely, man. And Josh says he enjoyed the live stream, guys. Have a wonderful night. Thank you, Josh, man. And thank you to everybody in the chat, like Labrat as well. he did say he just wants a reason to stay away from home, as in Danielson. But then again, hey, he's got a hot wife, but a dumb one at that. But anyway, even though she's the smarter one of the two. And also we had Todd Brownlee, whose birthday is probably at this point. Is it after 12? Not for you, though. Your Central Time.
No, it's 11:40.
Well, it's after midnight, so happy birthday to you, Todd. So there you go. And also we had
12:40 East Coast time. It probably is his birthday. Happy birthday, Todd.
Happy birthday, Todd. Hubby was in the house also. And we had Zane Vicious. And who else? There's probably a couple of others. That's about it in the chat, but we do have quite a few listeners. But in saying that, if you want to follow me on the X, you can at DJ MassFX. You can also follow us at the PWC Network. The X, sorry, Twitter. Yeah. Formerly known as Twitter, at the PWC Network and at DJ MassFX. Also, please like and subscribe right here at channelattitude.com, where for $5 only do you get the realest talk, but the best in all of professional wrestling. That's $5. Also, HaminMediaGroup.podbean.com for all our affiliate shows, and the PWCNetwork.podbean.com, where you can find all of our other shows and a few others. Yeah, there you go. What's that, $5 Canadian? There you go. But you might have to spend a little more than $5 Canadian. Including Australian money. For us, it's actually a little bit more expensive. God damn it. And for you Americans, it is $5. Yeah, and some change, exactly. He cracked me up, Chris. And he's saying, happy birthday to you once again, Chris. Happy birthday to Todd. Happy birthday to everyone that's celebrating birthdays. And we're out. I am Jimmy T. That is Chris Ambs. And you've been listening and watching the Rampage Uncaged show right here on channelattitude.com via Hamin Media Group. And we're out. Till Smack Attack. See you then. Peace.
Away!
The PWC Network. What the world is watching and listening to.